Ready to manifest the money, business, and life of your dreams? Do you wish you had more ease and flow in your business, your finances, your relationships, and everything else? There's a way to manifest simply, easily, and effectively without exhaustion, and I'm here to show you how. Hey there, I'm Elise McDowell, money mindset mentor and seven-figure CEO. And in this podcast, I will teach you how to reshape your money mindset, manifest consistent money, increase your business sales, transform your self-concept, and create the life of your dreams through the power of your mind. I'm here to help you go all in on you so you can go big in everything you're here to do. Let's get into the show. Oh my God, we are back. It's been a minute. I have been trying to record this episode for like the last 2 weeks, and I have not had a moment to be able to do it. And finally, this morning, I have like a very, very small window to be able to do it before like today goes crazy on me. So I was like, damn it, I miss talking to them. I have to say this out. I have so much to say. So we're here. And today I'm going to be talking about the feminine art of letting life come to you, because that's literally what I've been doing over the last month, probably 6 weeks actually, because life has been crazy. It has been crazy, and I have had to surrender so much in order to just let everything flow. Otherwise, I was going to lose my damn mind trying to like plan for every single outcome. And yeah, I decided to surrender. I decided to let go, and wow. The results have been amazing. Or results, like just the outcomes, the way everything is flowing has been incredible. And I just want to talk to you about it. So today I will be sharing the season that I've been moving through of like letting go and moving forward, and how it's not as scary as we make it out to be. And it's definitely not as terrifying as our minds make it us think that it is. I'm also going to be talking about my decision to move. Yes, I'm moving. I'm actually moving tomorrow. So it's a little bit chaotic at the moment in my home. And I have a lot of things on that I have to do. And I have a couple of road trips that I have to do over the next week. But I feel like we're going to have a little bit more routine with getting the podcast out at least. But I'm going to be talking about why I'm moving, and not just like physically, but emotionally and energetically, and how everything has started falling into place because of it. It's kind of crazy. And then I obviously want to talk about surrender and the magic of it, and how it's just been supporting me in my business, in my relationships, in my life, like the signs and synchronicities that have been coming to me, like the support that's coming to me, just like the things that have been falling into place as an effect of all of it. Are you ready? I hope so. Let's get into it. So I realized I'm a bit of a control freak. Like I knew it. I knew it to a degree. But when it came to this point of basically deciding whether I was going to move or not, I realized that I had been very much gripping and controlling and trying to make everything happen, make it all fall into place. Kind of just like, it makes me think of like, you know, when children have the little blocks that they slot into the holes, like they might have like a cube that they slot into a cube hole, and then they have like a sphere and they put it into the sphere hole, and it goes through. Well, I feel like I've been kind of doing that, but like shoving the blocks into the holes and like trying to like control how fast they go into the hole and what it does going into the hole. And based on that, it's like been hard and frustrating when I could have just like slowly placed the object over its correct hole and let it just fall through. But yeah, it felt like that. It felt like I was doing too much in order to have the life that I wanted. I felt like I was trying too hard, and it was exhausting me. It was making me feel like, oh my God, I can't do anything. Despite how much I love living here, and despite how much this is the most beautiful, perfect area I've ever lived in. It literally, I would retire here. But it just wasn't feeling quite right. And I wound up talking to my friends about this, and I was like, you know what? I am feeling a little bit too retired. I'm feeling a little bit too old before my time here. Even though I love this, and this is like my favorite place to live that I've ever lived, I'm feeling like it's a little bit of a misalignment. I'm really craving more energy. I'm really craving more action. I'm really craving more adventure. And I don't feel that here. I feel very settled and I feel very content. And I love that. But I don't know if I want that to be the overarching theme of my life. I don't mind periods of being really settled and have routine in my home. But I don't know. It's just feeling like a little bit misaligned now. And to be honest, it took me a while to admit it to myself because I was like, why would I leave here? It's perfect. I literally live in the perfect place. I have the perfect, I'm in the perfect neighborhood. I have the perfect neighbors. I've made a really good group of friends here. I'm established here. I'm settled here. Why would I leave? It doesn't make sense. Why would I leave and go somewhere else that I don't know well, that I haven't established, connections and friendships and a social life with? Why would I leave that? To me, everything was going, you are crazy. Don't do it. But I couldn't ignore that desire within me to go be where the energy is. And actually, I heard someone say this, which I really loved. And you totally get it when you hear it. It's like, go where the air is energy rich. And I remember hearing that and thinking, wow, I like that. But what do you mean by energy rich? It's like energy rich of the type of energy you want to be immersed in. And I was like, oh, that means that the energy that I'm in the area that I am isn't quite the energy I was going for. Although I've had an amazing time here, it's not quite the energy. The energy I'm wanting is a bit more electric. I want a bit more life, a bit more zest going. And I know exactly where that is. Or at least I think I do, from what I remember from a couple of years ago. So I decided, instead of gripping, instead of forcing, instead of trying, instead of like trying to make it happen and just like gritting it out, because that's what we do, right? We're like, no, I committed to this. I'm the responsible adult here. Like, I have to see this through. I was just like, okay, it's time. It's time. I have no fucking idea what this looks like because this was not in my plan. I don't know what I'm doing necessarily, but I'm going to trust that some way, somehow, this is actually perfect. It's meant to happen and it's all working out for me. And I actually remember I was driving, I think I mentioned this in my last episode, but I went out of town to go meet my family for like a brunch in a different city. And I went there. I kept saying to myself, like, some way, somehow, this is going to be perfect. Like, it's going to work out. And I was worried because I was like, for the first time in a very long time, I don't have all the answers. I don't know what the next steps are. I don't know what the outcome is. I don't fucking know. And I went and had lunch, had an amazing time with my family. And then when I was driving back, I was playing Spotify and a random song shuffled on that I hadn't heard before. And it was called Some Way, Somehow. And I was like, what the? And the lyrics were literally like talking about like how it's going to be okay. We're going to make it, like, we're going to figure it out. And I was like, fucking hell. I feel like that's like a complete sign for me of all the songs that could come on. It's like the affirmation that I've been saying to myself the whole day. So for me, it was sort of like, that was confirmation that I'm on the right track. I'm actually doing what I'm meant to be doing. This is all perfect. It's all divinely orchestrated. And so from there, I was sort of able to relax. But from that point onward, 24 hours later, I already knew where I was moving. I already knew what I was doing. I already knew, like, everything started falling into place. And so after that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to let it find me. I'm just going to let it come to me. I'm just going to surrender and go with the flow and not try to grip or control or force or manipulate at all. Not even in my business. I'm just going to step back and just let life unfold for me. And oh my gosh, you will not believe how everything has been supporting me, how everything has been coming to me since I did that, since I decided to just completely let go. And the way that my business has supported me in this time, when I haven't really been showing up, like you've seen it, I haven't really sold anything. I think I only sold Millionaire Energetics last month. That was it. Usually I'm like selling like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 things a month. But I was like, I don't have the time for this and I need to do other things. Like I'm preoccupied with other things. I need to take some time off. Oh my God. The amount of people who signed up for Millionaire Energetics, and I think I only sent like a couple of emails and did one episode, one podcast episode. And it was the most breeziest, easiest, abundant sale promotion that I've done. And also I've had people signing up for things that aren't for sale. Not aren't for sale. They're for sale, but like they're not on, like I'm not running any kind of specific promo. Like there's no material or promotional content that is talking about these specific things. People are just browsing around on my products page and buying. They're signing up, and they're not just signing up for like small offers, quote unquote. They're signing up for like premium offers. People are like paying. Like I've had a couple of really high ticket premium payments come through for things that I'm not actually currently promoting, and I was just like, holy fuck. This is amazing. I haven't had to do anything and I've been so supported by my business. Like I literally haven't had to work at all this month. I wouldn't have needed to do anything this month based on how I've been supported, based on letting go. And what's crazy to me is even now, I still think that there was a part of me that was like, no, I've got to do it. Otherwise people aren't going to sign up, or I've got to like be present. I've got to be there. I've got to be in their faces. I've got to be relevant. I've got to be showing up every day. And what's funny is I actually talk about this a lot in Sell From Pleasure, which is another incredible program. That program has changed my life, and I'll talk about that more later on. But I was talking about it in Sell From Pleasure, how we feel like if we're not showing up all the time, if we're not like actively posting something and staying relevant, we become invisible, right? That's how we feel. But that's not actually true. Because I haven't been invisible at all this month, even though I haven't actually been actively showing up. I have seen very easily how much of an impact I have made despite not working. Despite not working. Based on the emails I'm getting, the DMs I've been getting, based on the people signing up. Like people don't drop, $1,000, $2,000 on a program if they feel like someone isn't relevant anymore, right? Or someone isn't there. No. It's energy, right? I talk about this over and over and over again. It's energy. It's energy. It's the way that you show up in your own energy or self-concept, right? But that's a different different conversation for another time. But just being able to see when I let go, when I surrender, how it's all been falling into place. The place that I'm moving into, it's a temporary place because I just want to have like a couple months in this new area to feel it out, and I don't want to commit to any contracts because I was like, well, I don't know how I'm going to feel about this place. I just have the inkling, the hunch to go there, but I don't know if it's where I want to stay, so I don't want to be too committed yet. So I'm going to stay a couple months, but I also want a little bit of time to just like travel around, do my little road trips, go home, go to the beaches, go travel, do like a little bit of fun stuff. Well, not that my life outside of that is not fun, but just do some other things, not be like committed anywhere and then enjoy this place and see what it's like. So I'm going there. That was the first place that came to me. It was the first thing that I saw, the first listing. And you know me, you know how good I am at manifesting amazing places. It was so easy. I saw this place. I was like, oh, wow, this is lovely. Inquired about it, met the person the next day, had a look at the place, and I was like, this is perfect. I love it. And it was mine. Like it was just done. Like the first place that I saw, I love how this is like one of the things that is so easy for me is finding incredible places to live. It doesn't matter if it's like short term or long term. I always find the best places, or actually they always find me. They come to me and I barely have to do anything in order to get them. It's literally like I see it, I inquire about it, and then I go look at it, and then they're like, yeah, it's yours. So I know I never have to worry about that because I always find the most amazing places. And even after that, I potentially have another place lined up, but we'll let that unfold. I'm not trying to control that yet. And that's like way in the future, in like September. We'll worry about that later on. But how fast that came to me, how my business is supporting me, how like the signs and synchronicities that have been showing up that are like, hello, this is it. This is your sign. You asked for this. It's here. So I say that because there's another thing that's kind of developing, but I don't want to talk about it too much yet because I'm still in the middle of it, and I'm still, I guess, enjoying the experimentation and the unfolding of it. And it is a relationship. So I've been getting asked about this so much by you guys. Like literally every couple of days, someone is like, when are you going to be talking about relationships? Like I miss your content on relationships. I'm like, well, hold on. Let me like get into one first before I can like talk confidently about it. But I do want to talk about like my process and the way that I'm experiencing and viewing things, because even the journey of where I have come from, just from last year when I announced that I was like, I'm ready, to now has been radical. How I have changed, like how I have fallen deeper and deeper into my heart, and how I know that I am manifesting the most perfect relationship. In fact, it's unfolding right now. And I can't wait to tell you like the full manifestation of it. But for right now, the way that things have been unfolding, a seahorse was the sign for me to tell me like, is this it? Is this the right thing? The right person? And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that I got the sign of like the seahorse in my coffee, right? The little coffee art. It was a seahorse. Crazy. I did not expect that, because I asked for the sign like 2 months prior, and I was like, show me it when I'm with the person. Show me it when it's the right person. And it showed me it the day I was seeing that person. So I was like, oh boy. Oh boy. Wow. All right. Let's go. Let's fucking go. Let's see how this goes. And yeah, it's just how everything's been unfolding. And the last 30 days is crazy. It's crazy. And so in that very roundabout kind of muddled story, I want to talk to you about how you can start bringing this energy into your life, how you can let life come to you, how you can surrender, how you can basically capitalize on receptivity. Because as I've been doing that, like you saw, I manifested a $50 note, literally just floating in the ocean the day after I said, wouldn't it be cool to manifest a $50 note? In fact, I'm going to. And I want you to tap into this energy, because I just know for the type of people that we are, especially if you're a business owner, we naturally move and fall into wearing all the hats, controlling all the outcomes, because in a sense we feel that we have to, especially if we're like building our businesses. It can feel like that. And especially for mothers, I'm not a mother yet, but I know like when you are in those kinds of roles, you just naturally take on like, well, I'm in charge here, so I'm responsible for it all, so I have to control everything. But I swear, if you just can learn to release and surrender a lot of things that you don't have to know, or like even just surrendering having a plan about everything, or surrendering the outcomes that you're trying to enforce, so much magic and miraculous orchestration can come in. So much. I've been witnessing it in the last 30 days just by not trying to control anything, just by not having, like all the details of what I'm supposed to do. I know roughly like where I'm going and I'm excited about that. And I know that for me, my guidance is trusting in how I feel and how I want to feel and where I'm going, and knowing that, sure, there may be like little wobbly bits, like I may get nervous or anxious about like things that are unknown in the immediate timing of what's happening. But I know overall, I'm fine. Like everything is working out for me. This is perfect. This was always meant to happen. So in saying that, what I want you to think about is, when it comes to surrender, what do you think, or what kind of energy do you think you're in when it comes to surrendering? Do you think you're in that energy of forcing, controlling, needing to make things happen? No, you're in receptivity, you're in softness, you are in your feminine energy, or just in your soft, flowy energy, right? Because the feminine is receptive. And so when you drop the need to control, when you drop the gripping, what does that do? It releases. You soften, you relax, right? So when you relax, you immediately go into feminine energy. You immediately need or don't need to figure everything out. You know, there's a knowing that occurs as you drop into your feminine energy that like, this is perfect. It's going to work out. Like, I just know it. I can't explain it. I just know it because you've dropped into that feminine energy of like intuitive energy, right? So you want to start thinking about easing, allowing, softening, magnetizing, trusting. What would it feel like to be in that kind of energy? If you just drop the reins, you let go. What would that mean if you moved into that energy? And I know it can feel scary. I know it can be like, but I need to know. I have to figure it out. Like this, I'm responsible for this. What about this? What about that? Like, how's it going to happen? I don't know. Like, it hasn't happened yet. If you could just learn to let go and trust and realize it's not lazy and it's not passive, but you're going into magnetic energy because you're not trying to control everything. Actually, I heard this last night and I thought it was such a great example. It's like, the example was about, I think it was about someone trying to manifest a relationship with someone. And they said, if you want to be magnetic to your person, chasing your person doesn't do that. Like, you can't be magnetic to someone you're chasing. It doesn't make sense, right? So you, in order to become the magnet to the person or to life, to everything working out, you have to turn your focus inwards and pour it all onto you. Focus in on you. That's why there's no one to change but self, right? No one to change but self. And I thought that was a great example because, you know, so many of us chase what we want. We control, we grip. We're like, okay, if I can like get my hands all over this and control the outcome, then it's going to happen, which is often not true, right? It's often not true. And it comes with a lot of sacrifice if it does. Whereas if we learn to let go and we learn to turn inward and focus on ourselves, focus on how we're feeling and focus on our trust and our intuitive knowing, oh my God, things will change like crazy. And you move into this place, like I've noticed this over the 30 days, you move into this place where you feel like life is rising to meet you. Everything is moving to come to you, meeting you. That's like the place that was so easy. I basically just stepped into it. And with my business, it's like my business is pursuing me. It's like the potential relationship is coming to me instead of in the past when I felt like I was always kind of pursuing it. That the past, very, very far past. And it's just from turning my focus inwards and allowing myself to kind of like bask in the energy of ease and allowing and softening and magnetizing and trusting, like kind of just letting myself be a self-sufficient source of all of that within me, not outside of me, not looking at anything outside of me. And all the outside stuff conforms to the way that I am feeling and seeing myself within, in that feminine flow, right? Right? So one way you can start allowing this new way of being, this new kind of self-concept of being more into the feminine and allowing life to come to you is start saying yes, right? Start saying yes to things that don't necessarily make sense or that you don't, it's not that you don't want to do, but you're like in the energy of like, oh, I can't be bothered. Whereas, you know, when it's something's a flat out no versus like, oh, I'm just like, I can't be bothered. In those moments when you're just like, nah, this isn't normal. Like, I don't really want to do it. That's when you should say yes. When it's a flat out, like, absolutely not. That's obviously a no, right? But I want you to get into this habit of saying yes to invitations that you would otherwise decline, or saying yes to going down roads that you didn't plan on driving down, or gut feelings that you usually suppress or don't listen to. Saying yes to life, to the things that come to you, because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what you're going to find. You never know. And you're not going to know if you stay within the little bubble of control that you have created, where everything feels quite small and contrite, you're not going to know. So I challenge you to start saying yes to a lot of things that you wouldn't say yes to. Try it for 30 days. You don't have to commit to it forever, but just try it and see it. See what happens. Allow yourself to experience things that you didn't plan for, right? Allow yourself to be wowed by life again. Allow that like youthful energy to come back. That's another thing that I have noticed that I've done this year. It's like the little girl in me has come back. The little playful girl who's so just loving and happy and dotes on people, all the people around her, and really just shows up from a full heart. That's the girl that's back. She's back in my life. She's back in my heart. And this is how I'm showing up. And I swear to God, this is my secret sauce of like how I am attracting and magnetizing people to me. It's like the thing that activated within me is now the thing that activates people to come closer and connect to and be magnetized to me. And I love that because I always wanted that part of myself to come back, and now it's back. And it's amazing. So I do want you to start doing that because you never know where it's going to lead you. You never know. Like, for example, the other day, I went into the city and I met a friend who I don't know that well. Like, I've only ever interacted with him in group settings, so we've never actually had like one-on-one time. Anyway, I met him and we went to this like this sale for this shop that's closing down, and we did that, and then we went to lunch, and it was such a nice lunch to just like get to know each other properly and connect and just to like be in that energy with each other. And what I found was that we connected more, and now we have a bond, and now it's just amazing to have that kind of connection with another person who you would otherwise wouldn't have. Like, I otherwise wouldn't have gone and met him to go, shopping and to lunch. I wouldn't have done that. If I was a bit awkward about it, I would have been like, no, that's weird. Like, I don't really hang out with this person on my own. Or like, nah, it's just a shop. I don't need to go. No, I was like, screw it, say yes. And it was great. It was just really nice to talk to a person in a different environment. And I got to learn a lot of things about them, and just also helping me see things differently, because I got to talk about things that are happening in my life and to get his perspective. And it was just like really, really nice. If I had said no, because it's not normally what I would do, I would have missed that. I would have missed the really good bits of information that I needed in order to feel more settled and more grounded about something else in my life, right? I'm being so cryptic. Well, eventually, hopefully, in a couple of weeks, I'll be able to tell you more about that. But for now, I'm going to stay cryptic. So say yes. Say yes. Stop micromanaging and learn to just start flowing, right? Start being more spontaneous. Start letting yourself do things differently. You're going to see a different energy come out of you from this. And then I do recommend, I've been doing this pretty much for the last 2 weeks. What I recommend you doing is kind of testing your power as a creator, right? I've been picking like 3 different things every day that I want to like manifest, either seeing or hearing or tasting or witnessing. I pick 3 things every single day that I want to experience out in the world. So the other day I was like, okay, an orange cap, a black spotted seagull, and what was the other thing? I can't remember what the other thing was. But I saw the first 2 things. I saw an orange cap and I saw a black spotted seagull. And so I was like, wow, that was very quick. Like, that manifested within the day. And what I found is that the more that I've been doing this, the more that I'm like, oh yeah, shit, I'm a total creator. Like, this isn't coincidence. Like, everything I've like looked for and decided that I wanted to see or witness or experience or manifest has been showing up. So I want you to start testing your power in just like light ways, because a lot of us get caught in the like, oh, but does this really work? Because I've been trying to manifest this for ages, but I don't even know if it works now. This is a way to like test that in a really fun, feminine, flowy way, because you're not attached to any of it. And for you, it's just like seeing something, like testing something out. So I recommend picking something you can see, something you can smell, something you can hear. That's what it was, cinnamon. I was like, I want to smell cinnamon today. And then I went to the mall that day, and as I was leaving, got up the escalator, all of a sudden this whiff of cinnamon came across me, and I was like, oh my God, cinnamon. So I want you to pick, something you can see, something you can hear, something you can touch, something you can smell, any one of those, but pick 3 and just see. Do it every day. Do it every day and then tick it off, and you'll get to see how powerful of a creator you are. And then as you allow that to come through and you start to be like, oh shit, no, I'm actually manifesting everything. I want you to ask yourself, where am I still trying to control everything? Where am I still trying to control everything? Where can I let go? Where can I actually just let go of the reins a little bit more? Where could I allow more softness? What might happen if I just went with this? What would happen if I just said yes? I don't know. But if it could be good, if it could be great, if it could be something different, why not? And then who might I become if I let go? Who might I become? Everything you want could be on the other side of surrender. Everything you want could be on the other side of letting life come to you instead of you trying to like go and force it into your into your will. Right? Everything can happen in an instant when you surrender. It's crazy to me that things are happening so much faster because I have surrendered, because I'm not gripping to death these outcomes that I want. I have instead moved into me, into my heart and my knowing that this is done. This is done. I don't actually have to lift a finger. It's done. And so I'd love for you to start doing those things to help you allow more of life to come to you and allow yourself to restore your own feminine energy, your life source energy, your creative energy, so that you have more of it within you to express and experience and enjoy, instead of like leaking it all out, trying to make these outcomes happen in the 3D when there's no one to change but self, right? Okay, my lovely, lovely friends, I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you haven't already, make sure you sign up to my free Abundance Vault with 20 plus money mindset and manifestation resources. The link to that is in the show notes below. If you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you could leave a review. And if you aren't subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe. And I will catch you in the next episode.